Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Hey, what's going on? Trying to get through all of my non-G series rotation out. What's happening? Just sorting all my non-G cards out. We're basically getting all the G cards out and resorting them all to start putting some decks together to put online for the upcoming rotation. Right now we're on Destined Rivals. I just finished some Journey Together. Let me know if you've got a deck you're working on currently. At some point I had sorted some of this already. Hey, what's going on? Just taking out all the G cards out of the deck here and just resorting everything. Currently on some Destined Rivals. I think at some point I had sorted some of these cards already. These were all the same energy type. Chat should be open. If you're working on a deck right now, let me know. Oh, yeah, that's awesome. Which one do you like the best? I know a lot of people use TCG Player. That's kind of the standard, but I like to have some options. You never know. Sometimes things are, especially too, like at shows, sometimes I get kind of like not nervous, but I'm trying to do too many things at once, and I usually just jump on collector. Oh, red. Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, a lot of those cards too, like thankfully you can find them at most of the shows if you're trying to complete any of the sets. So that's always cool. Yeah, I like the collector app too. It's super clean. I know it gets a little. I don't know if we use that Robinhood app, for like stocks and stuff. So I know they kind of cater towards that kind of like stock investing kind of feel on the app, but it's just easy to get the information. And as I showed in the video, when you compare the prices of one card across all those apps, it's pretty close, and the market fluctuates so often. I just use it as a standby for pricing. When I'm organizing my cards and for my personal collection, my wife and I we use the Dex app because I think that does a better job of like organizing your collection. And collector is good just to kind of get the prices. And so I'll pull it up at a show, and then if the person selling it is pretty close to that, then I feel good about the price. If it's super high, then I'll ask like if they've got any wiggle room, especially if it's a card I need for the set. You know what I mean? And hopefully YouTube doesn't copyright me. I've got my music playing in the background. I don't know. Depeche Mode just started, so hopefully it's okay. But yeah, if you just got back into collecting, so right here, kind of, I just started playing too. So right here on the bottom, it's got the letter I. So H and I, and there are some J's, but G, and then everything behind that is not eligible to play in tournaments in a couple weeks. So I'm pulling out all the G cards out. Um, here's so you can kind of see, like, there's one. This is a popular card that a lot of people used to play in their deck, but you can't use it anymore. They didn't reprint it yet. So all of the people that use this card in their deck have to find something else. So there's some other options, but on TCG Player, a lot more people are buying cards to to use in play and not so much like for the hits, you know what I mean? So that's all I'm doing. I figured if anyone wanted to chat cards, I would come on and see if anyone's putting any decks together or anything. There's some cool cards out of the new set from Perfect Order that I'm doing another video on that are not super expensive, but are super popular. No, man, on this channel, this is actually my first time. I have a hiking channel that I do. I live in Texas, and so I have a hiking um, Instagram and YouTube for hiking in Texas that I do go live on, but it's raining and I was just kind of like chilling on a Friday night, so I needed to do this anyway. So I figured if anyone wanted to come on, but if people want to chat, I have no problem doing it more often because I get to knock out a chore and talk cards. You know what I mean? Are there any sets that you're seeing that are out now that you've gotten back into it that you're kind of into, or you just kind of taking it easy and slowly getting back? Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, TCG Live is awesome. If you're wanting to learn how to play TCG Live, it's a free app. I recommend playing on a tablet or even on your desktop, and you have options to have starter decks that are pre-assembled, and then the more you play, you get points, and then those points unlock free packs that you can use to play. But they have different versions. They have like a beginner that'll walk you through all the instructions, and then you have just like your normal play, and then you have ranked play, and the ranking doesn't count towards like tournament ranking, but you can get higher and play tougher opponents, you know what I mean? But it's how I learned how to play, and it's awesome because it's free. The only thing is because it's online, some of it is a little bit, some of it's, no, it's completely free. But with it being online, some of it's done automatically, and so you're not really thinking of some of the moves or whatever that you would do in person. So you have to remember that some of the things in person you actually have to like think about. You can't just rely on too much of it, but it's great. And for a free app, it everything is free. And then those code cards that you get like in all of the packs, there's a free one. I don't know if I've used this one yet, but these are the packs that you can unlock in TCG Live to use cards from this. So this is the Perfect Order code card. So this will unlock a pack of Perfect Order cards, and then you can add those to your set that you want to play. Yeah, yeah, that's what they're for. And so the tip for these is open TCG Live on your phone and scan these into your phone and then upload them, and then open TCG Live on like your computer, and all of these packs you can open, but you can't really scan them on your computer as easy. So it just makes you can type in the code too, but if you open it on your phone, um, you can scan the code cards on your phone and then just play on the computer. And at this point, once you start playing enough, like you don't actually need them unless you're looking for some old packs because you're playing with the current tournament cards, and the TCG Live is already switched over to the current cards that are eligible to play. So those code cards are good if you just want to collect some of the old sets and take a look at them, but it's a great way to kind of see your set as you're building it too, because it shows you all of the cards in the set. So if you're putting them in binders or whatever, for me, it's a lot easier. You can do the same thing on decks now. They just updated that app where you see all of your different parallels. So it'll have, so in some sets you have this card and then like the hollow version of this card and then like the reverse version. In some apps it doesn't show you. So if you're building the entire set, you need to know like how many spaces to put for each card, because sometimes you have three of one version and sometimes you have two and sometimes you just have one. So the easiest way is like if you think about the original Charizard, just how it looks. So the regular hollow has the foil on the picture, and then the reverse hollow is opposite. This is paper, and then everything else is shiny. So see how this is shiny and this is not? The reverse is reverse of this. I just think about that OG. Oh, here's one. That OG Charizard. So this one has the like shine everywhere else and not on the paper. Yeah, man, for sure. But yeah, TCG Live is really fun. You can play the game on Pocket, but it's a very condensed version, and I don't think you get. I mean, you do you, but I don't think you get the full game experience on Pocket. That's just like a quick version if you just want to play real quick. But you can get packs on there too. So there's definitely a lot of these cards. I mean, the G series is really kind of the old. That's a good question. I don't use the Steam Deck, so I'm not sure if it is or not, but I would definitely I would definitely check. I don't see why not. I just play on my desktop or my tablet just because the screen's bigger and you can just see everything. You can play on your phone if you want, but it just makes it easier to see all the cards and stuff. Because on your phone everything's really small. But on the computer, like depending on what kind of monitor you use, it could be almost the same size as like a regular play setup. Oh, I see what you mean. No, I think you can just go to the app. So it's through the App Store. And then if you download the app to your desktop, it opens an app too, but it takes up the full screen. So if there's like an app store there, I'm sure you could get it that way, but I'm not 100% sure on that format. But I used to just play on my phone, and then I was talking about it at a card shop here in Austin. I live in the Austin area, and the lady that was helping me out, she gave me that info, and I had no idea you can play on the computer. But it's a great way to learn. It's also a great way to like test decks out too. So if you want to try something fun and you have the cards, so that's the thing too. You only have the cards that are unlocked. And then if you need a card and it's available, you can use those points or like your coins or whatever to unlock more cards. They call it trading, so you can trade for the card. Oh man, I messed up. Look at all those stadiums in the wrong spot. So you can unlock the cards you need, especially if it's a card you need from an older set and you haven't ripped that pack open and you haven't gotten that code card. So that's kind of the only time I'm using it. If I'm testing out a new deck, I'll look for that card in an older set. But this is just the BCW sorting tray. Kind of helps. I used to use it. I also collect baseball cards, so I used to use it to like split up the teams. Makes it just easier to see everything. This is a card that's also in perfect order that's really popular right now. And you'll see that too. Cards from older sets and newer sets, and it's all the same. And you can use those. Other than that, oh, see, this is a G series, so that can't go in there. That's a different. That's an old, expired, not for play. Oop. What are these? These are more supporters. This is from the new Perfect Order set. Some of the supporter cards. These are all duplicates too. A master setting Perfect Order. So these are some of the duplicates that I have already. It's such a small set. If you're opening up a lot of packs, you're going to get a lot of dupes. That's the only issue with some of those smaller sets. You gotta figure out what to do with all the energy cards too, because those start taking up a lot of space. I mean, chasing God packs is just one of those things. I feel like you're gonna lose more than you win. I do think that Prismatic Evolutions God pack is the most exciting because it's an evolution set, so you get all of the evolutions out of it, which I think is pretty cool. But I have seen the Ascended Heroes. Oh, there's a swirl. The Ascended Heroes God packs that I think are really sharp because everything is a hit, so that's always fun. But those would be the main two that people are going to pull God packs on. Because you have demigod packs like you see in 151, and that's where each like insert is the hit. So it's like all of the basic cards, and then your last three are like the evolution. So like the Charizard evolution or whatever. But other than that, Prismatic Evolutions is the one that most people are chasing and usually getting burned on a little bit. But teach their own. If you can get Prismatic, have fun with it. I'll grab some more cards. Yeah, Prismatic is popular, and with popularity is there's like a really big price hike. But they're reprinting a lot of Prismatic still, so I think your odds at getting it at least close to retail as possible are pretty good. I mean, obviously, I don't know your financial situation, so if you can swing it, then you get it. But I know Sam's Club has done really good opportunities for Prismatic Evolution, like combo packs, and that's a great value there if you can hit on them for sure, because you get the surprise box, which looks like this, and then you get like a booster bundle as well. And those boxes are great for the kids because you can sort them in there. I mean, they're great for anybody for sorting, but you get that, which currently retails for about 50 bucks. So this is the surprise box from Prismatic Evolutions. And it has all the evolutions. I just use it to store all my sleeves. Yeah. Store all my ETB sleeves that I'm not currently using for any sets or anything. But I know Sam's does promos on it pretty frequently, so so the booster, the surprise box comes with, I think it came with 4 packs, but you also get a stamped promo card, which is pretty rad. And then the booster bundle that was, it was kind of like stuck to the side. That comes with 6 packs. And I think Sam's Club had it for like $30, which is regular regular price. And now you'll see people at shows selling it for like 90 or whatever, which I mean, it's up to them what they want to charge, but I don't I don't need it as much because it's such a tough set to get hits out of, where I'll just wait to see if I can get it at retail instead of um, at market price. Yeah, I mean a card like that is pretty popular, so depending on which one you want to get, Phantasmal Flames is the current like top Charizard card. So you would need Phantasmal Flames, but the Charizard has been the main draw in a lot of sets. So, but the current one that people are chasing is from Phantasmal Flames. That's the big one, the full art, and then the gold card too. I know has been in a couple different sets at this point. No, that's just a different set that's come out during this current Mega Evolution era. So it was Mega Evolution, then it was Phantasmal Flames, and then it was Ascended Heroes, and then now we're in perfect order. So this is just the like timeline of Pokemon that we're in now. So Phantasmal Flames is just like one of the versions in the main storyline that we're in. Just like a chapter. And Phantasmal Flames is another like smaller set too. So if you rip if you rip packs, you're gonna start getting a lot of duplicates. But it's a great set. There's a lot of really cool artwork in it. Yeah, I mean, Phantasmal Flames is the one you're probably gonna look for. It's a little bit harder to get now because of that card, but I think if you can find it, I would try to get it. But Phantasmal Flames is definitely a Charizard set. I'm actually gonna put that one out. Another G card. Hey, welcome. I'm not kind of sure right now. There's some cards that I put together recently that are kind of special for me. So I think that's kind of where my value comes, just artwork. There's like a 3 pack. It's like a storyline card where it's like 3 different cards, but they don't really connect in artwork. They just connect in the storyline. So it's the Gardevoir evolution. So from Ralts to Gardevoir, then they show it growing up with the family that it lives with. And so the kid gets older too in each picture, which is really cool in that one. I wanted all 3 and that one took a while to get. So that one's kind of special to me. Yeah, it's a cool story. I like stuff that has like good stories like that. And you see that too with some of the artwork. So this is an example of a card that has like the 2 different hollows, and then you have the Pokeball and then one that has the Master Ball, so it has an M right here. So this is from Prismatic Evolutions, which is that set I was telling you about. So it has different parallels. Mhm. But I think the way the market is right now for finding Pokemon. Yeah, so this one's just the Pokeball Hollow. And this is specific to this set. So Prismatic Evolutions had these parallels. So it had the Pokeball, and then there's a Master Ball version as well. So you can kind of see the Pokeball there in the hollow foil. So with these, you really just have this one and then kind of just the normal paper one because you have two different versions. Yeah, this is cool because it has that like as the set implies prismatic evolution, so you have that like broken kind of that broken glass texture right there, which is kind of fire. Which and we haven't seen that since that set, which has now been out for a while. But like I was saying, whatever you can find, just kind of start there, and kind of you'll start with like wanting Charizard, and then eventually you'll kind of see cards, and you'll start seeing artwork that you like. And a lot of people, the artist is right there, and then you can look up the artist and see all the cards they've done. And then you can just start collecting artists too, which is kind of a fun way to collect. You'll get your stride. It's good to start and kind of have your own versions of how you like to collect with Pokemon. And then some people are just playing with the like what they want for the deck. So most of this stuff is for like deck building, so it's not really for like hits or anything. All of that's in a trade binder that comes to shows with me to trade for things that I really want. And there's not much, but there's just a couple things in there that aren't part of my collection that I'm okay parting with. But I appreciate you watching that video. I'm trying to do, as a beginner myself, I'm trying to do more like beginner type videos so we can all learn together. I'm definitely no expert. No, I haven't. Do you remember who put it out? I don't watch a ton of different collector videos. I do have a few channels like Oyama. I like watching his channel a lot. So I'm not sure which one it came up in. Right now I'm watching a lot of like tournament videos. There's another G. Oh wow, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, must be nice. That's cool. I mean, people like what they like. I'm glad they found whatever it was they needed. I'd be really nervous to buy something like that at a show. But I've seen videos where people were dropping like 20K. I'm like, oh my gosh. Yeah, yeah, same. If I had anything that price, I definitely would too. That's funny. Yeah, I have no problem making that. I don't know if I want to spend that. Do you have a lot of shops where you live or not really? Awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Have a good night. Hey, welcome, welcome. Just sorting some current rotation cards right now. Trying to get all the G series out. Hey, welcome, welcome. Sorting all the G series cards out. Just talking shop a little bit. Hey, welcome. Sorting out all my G cards. Get ready for some new deck building. I don't have a lot, but I have been finding them in here. Ay, 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 this card. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I needed more cards to sort. Twilight Masquerade. Twilight Masquerade. Oh, okay. G. Going bye-bye. Oop, dragon. Free code card. What up? What up? Just sorting out some cards right now. Trying to get all the G series out of my deck. Using my sorting tray to get all that reorganized for new play decks. Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. Just sorting out all my G cards out of the assortment for some of the upcoming decks. Not a lot. This is all I've pulled so far from G, so a couple of them mixed in and some of those newer sets, but not a whole lot. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hey, welcome. Just sorting tonight, getting all the G cards out of my storage box, really, for some of the upcoming sets. Try to build some new sets. Trying to see if we'll find something that I overlooked. Not a master ball, thankfully. Okay. Mhm.